My name is Peter Brooks, and I'm presenting this economic development opportunity for the tribes of Maryland. And this is about leveraging the National Heritage Area designation for economic development. And so this presentation explores the potential economic impact of a National Heritage Area designation on a community, specifically the community of Southern Maryland. And so what we're going to cover is how to leverage the National Heritage Area designation for economic development. And this is going to include the importance of collaborative planning, infrastructure improvement, product development, marketing and promotion, workforce development, partnership and collaboration, and sustainability with conservation. And so the example I used was like an oyster bean stew. And suppose, you became known for this recipe, a Piscataway oyster bean stew, and you collaborated with the academic community and they confirmed, yes, these things were available and this is probably what the early Piscataways would have eaten. And so from that, you know, you've got a product and marketing and promoting it, developing people to cook it and to talk about it, as well as partnership and collaboration to get it in stores and stuff like that, and creating, an economic, that's how this works, an economic development opportunity. So, as an overview, this National Heritage Area designation means $10 million to preserving and conserving nationally important places with community groups. And so these are matching grants. There are 5 different categories: preserving, supporting, technical assistance, investing in property, and engaging young people. And so collaborative planning is important. Everyone needs to be included at the table, not only because they bring resources and perspective, but also because their cooperation is critical to the success of this endeavor. Because things are going to change. And so it's important that everyone be heard and considered and represented and included as best you can, have a voice in this change. Because visitors are going to remember their experience based on the people that they encounter. So it's important that all the people be behind this experience for the visitors. And it usually means infrastructure improvement, which means roads, parking facilities, visitor amenities. But in this case, it's also nature itself, because a lot of the attraction has to do with the return to nature. And so with increased visitor traffic, what are the opportunities? I think they're going to be certainly in food, preparation, repair, accommodations, amenities, recreation, and things like that. Product development, like having themed trails with destinations like totem poles or houses or fishing, demonstrations or something like that. Events like cultural festivals become much more important. Interactive exhibits, something that people can talk about. Having plays, movies, creating a living history. These create a one-of-a-kind, can't find anywhere, unique tourism product and experience. And people feel educated, they feel appreciated, they feel more complete, and they walk away with this now I know kind of attitude, and that's what you want. And so marketing and promotion. What can you say? We're an important place in history. America begins here. Your American spirit starts in Maryland's roots. American stories are enchanted in Maryland. Maryland, the soul of America, and the spirit is strong in Maryland. So use those as things that everybody can get behind and utilize them for workforce development, which means we'd have to emphasize things like speech, local history, customer service, workshops on Piscataway, as well as Pan-Indian customs and celebrations, certifications based on skill knowledge and ability, and apprenticeship programs like to help people get started. Um, but yeah, having a sort of a graduation into greater areas of knowledge and specialty. Um, these skills are critical because if people give bad reviews, if they have the only way a bad experience can be overcome is through a trained and skilled workforce. You won't have bad experiences if your workforce is skilled and trained and everyone has the right attitude. Partnership and collaboration, really important. This includes local businesses like hotels, but also childcare, academic institutions for the authority and the credibility, other museums because they have our target market, like the museum in Washington, cultural organizations like dance troupes, theater groups. They're very important for a skilled workforce. And these are important to forge partnerships with neighboring communities, especially the Andrews, the military, because that's true, holding true to the Native American roots. Tourism organizations for the National Capital Region, regional stakeholders, and gosh, look to Williamsburg for inspiration. Their board of trustees. And critical to all of this is sustainability and conservation initiatives that are focused on gratitude, heritage, elders, being accountable, family, responsible tourism, waste management, efficiency, conservation, all key native values. All right. Um, a Native American tourist would be such that you couldn't tell the difference between the Native American and the experience. They would try to, be at one with all things like that. And so, yeah, that's emphasizing sustainable practices in economic development efforts. It's kind of the walkaway that you want for the adults, um, and the importance of inclusion. And so, in conclusion, it's important to collaborate, make plans. The National Heritage Area designation is a force for economic development. It can also serve for violence reduction and just people's general appreciation in the larger community. Their appreciation for Maryland, their appreciation for life, their appreciation for history. It can help ground people, make them feel more secure and stuff. So it's an important responsibility. And I hope this helps. And I thank you for your time and attention.